Hello Bear Cubs, this is the Bear Prophet, aka Polar Bear, coming at you from the Bear Den. I just got into a game of Assault. Oh, and I'm Apollo. Alright, I want to let everybody kind of load in here. Our team is going to have some problems. We'll get into it. So remember, Assault, the game that we're playing now, is where everyone gets a random character. And you are allowed to trade with people, so someone might offer to trade, and I usually like to do that. People tend to trade for gods that they're good at. Anyway, the problem that we have here is that we have a whole lot of physical damage, and Changas are only magical damage. That means it's going to be really easy for them to counter build us. Especially... oh man. And there's really nothing about it. We're pretty squishy too. This is going to be rough. Anyway, I'm Apollo, the sun god from Greek? Roman and Greek are the same. Doesn't matter. Rama is on the right. He is from the Hindu pantheon. Changa is from the Chinese pantheon. I know it looks like her name is just changed, but the apostrophe is apparently important. And she has that super adorable bunny. That's her passive. Changa is one of my favorite characters. And she's the moon goddess for the Chinese pantheon. I don't know if I said that. Loki is the Marvel god of being a dick in the Avengers 2. He's actually the Norse god. And he's your very stereotypical backstabby rogue in this. He can turn invisible, and then he'll just pop out and do a ton of damage. And Nemesis is... this is another test of my Greek versus Roman. I want to say she's the Greek goddess of justice. That's why she has a little headband on where she can't... or the face mask on where she can't see anything, because justice is blind. Anyway, all of us except for Changa do physical damage. Apollo and Rama are hunters. Also, you've heard me call them ADCs, or attack damage carries. That means they do a lot of damage late game, and early on they're a little bit tougher. Loki and Nemesis, though, also kind of fit into that category, but they are technically assassins. The biggest difference being that they're melee. They also tend to have a little bit more utility with their abilities. Not all the time. And the assassin class is generally considered to be for juggling, although they do
ready to proceed.
They can do well as hunters or attack damage carries. They can also in the duo lane, and they can also occasionally do well in the solo lane. But Loki is supposedly really good in the solo lane. Okay, Apollo. Apollo's passive is called Audacity. As I land attacks, I'll fill up this meter. After 10 basic attacks landed, I'll get a speed boost to my next 5 basic attacks of 100%, so I'll be attacking twice as fast. So you get little bursts of damage that way. His first ability is a line that just does damage in a line. His second ability is called Serenade. It mesmerizes people around you. We'll talk about mesmerize later. It's a good form of crowd control. It also gives you a buff to your protection, so it raises your defense. The moves is a slide, and it does some damage at the very end. And you also get Audacity, so if you use it offensively, you can be rewarded. And his ultimate is called Across the Sky. Across the Sky, well, I think you'll just have to see what it does. It's kind of what he's known for. Lets him do all kinds of things that other characters could not even dream of. Okay, the nice thing about being a hunter in this is that we do start at level 5, so we actually start out with our ultimate. And for Apollo, that means a lot of survivability. However, remember, this is the game mode where we have to spend all of our money before we leave the base, so just doing that. It looks like they're already getting into it up there. As I see Loki and Nemesis have used some mana. And no, I'm not going to use any movement abilities to get up there just yet. If it looks like my team is in serious trouble, maybe. If I could do anything about it. Okay, so first let's talk about Serenade. Serenade is a lot like a stun, or not Serenade, Mesmerize, the ability, or the status caused by Serenade. Serenade is a lot like a stun, except that if you get attacked, not if you take damage, if you get attacked, then it'll immediately end. So it's better used in kind of a passive way. There we go. It's better used to escape And the added protections kind of add to that. But you can use it to just kind of freeze everyone for a couple seconds while you reposition. What you can't do is just load people up on damage while they're like that. Right. And we're doing alright. We got a kill. Hasn't been a really good opportunity yet. I'm coming up on one though. Oh, well, it didn't get there in time. Across the sky brings in your chariot, because remember you're the god of the sun. So it brings in your chariot that would take you across the sun. In this skin, it's a helicopter, because I'm supposed to be some kind of secret agent. And, well, let's just, I'll show you. So while you're golden, you're immune to CC. It drains your mana constantly while you're up here, which is unfortunate, but I did have some mana potions. And then when you land, you stun and do damage. Unfortunately, basically all of my mana doing that. But really what it's most useful for is transportation. In this particular map, because there's no jungle and there's only one lane, it loses a lot of its use, which is unfortunate for Apollo because he's balanced around it. That's okay, because I can still use it to get back when I've died, or to escape. I mean, obviously that didn't work out so well last time. Well, those spider webs are arachnes. If you step through them, you'll be slowed, you'll drag webs behind you, it'll spawn 2 tiny little spiders that do a surprising amount of damage. Oh, lag, why lag? Oh, so much lag. That, I don't even know what just happened. Whew. You guys might need to forgive me for this one. Seriously, I don't know if what I'm seeing is actually what's happening.
An ally has been slain.
All right.
A beautiful dogs.
Hopefully we can still do alright despite my internet difficulties here. Alright, Sun Wukong, if you just saw him spinning his staff around, it's because this is a decoy. That's why it's just going to follow me into the tower and generally be an idiot. He used his ultimate. His ultimate, he goes up in a little cloud. It's really cool. One day I'll show Sun Wukong and you'll be able to see it from my channel. Otherwise, there's tons of places to check it out. Don't get me wrong, I wish I could show you guys everything at once, but you know how excited I was when I started playing this game. The reason I'm not leveling up my ultimate, for the record, is because it loses a lot of its use in this particular game mode, so it's not really worth having beyond rank 1 for a long time, and it uses up a lot more mana as you go. And in this particular mode, if you can stay alive for a while, then you need to start thinking about your mana. And Chang'e can heal, so she's kind of keeping us all alive. Oh, yep, died. I'm so squishy.
An excellent choice, Agent.
Now, there are a lot of people who get way too serious about this particular game mode, and the common counter-argument, and I agree with it entirely, is that it's all random characters, there's not a whole lot you can do about your performance. I have a skin for Ra, but I got it out of a chest. It was basically free. Doesn't mean I'm good with him. He's definitely not one of my preferred gods because I don't think I'm very good at the ADC role. But more than that, some gods just aren't very well suited to this particular game mode, and your team comp is all random, so it's just not worth getting worked up over in this particular mode. Besides, we're gonna have some pretty crazy push later in the game, so dodge out of the way. Kind of hoping that they dive me because I've got a heal and they probably don't know that. But it's better to use it to heal everybody instead of waiting for one would only really benefit you. Ooh. There's Chunga's heal coming to the rescue. Man, I gotta be more careful than that. I don't have any potions left. I don't have life steal, and that's a mistake on my part. They're grouping up so much. If you see them all bunched together all the time, it's because we don't have a mage to really punish them. Chunga's great. However, she does not have the burst. Oh, she doesn't have the burst that most mages have. Oh, and she is about to die. I mean, she's got heals and everything, but it's a poke that's gonna be enough to kill her. Well, I guess I took it instead of her. In case you didn't hear, Panda Bear also said that's what she said, like I'm sure many of you did at home. Thank you for playing. I am waiting to buy an Executioner. Man, I am not doing very well on my items. But I'm keeping up a little bit in levels. Sylvanas has been able to stay alive forever because he's got a great heal.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Okay. But this should give us a big boost. It's a lot of power. It's, I think, penetration. It reduces their protection, so it's effectively penetration. And it's got attack speed on it. So we'll be shooting faster, hitting harder, and shredding them, which is this, I guess, the slang term for taking away the protections. The jargon. Is it really slang if there's no official term for it? So they can bunch up like this because we just don't have enough AoE burst to take care of them. They can kind of just rotate around like a blob, and it'll be like trying to attack everybody. It makes it way harder to target them. But we're doing a pretty good job right now. Oh, well, my team is doing a pretty good job right now. I don't feel like I should be taking any credit for that.
Your middle tower is under attack. Sorry. Thanks.
Alright, they're defending under tower, and they're doubling us up on kills. They have, let's see, they've got Arachne, who's an assassin, but she does really well because of her spiders, especially early on in this mode. Artemis, who's a hunter, Sylvanas, who's a guardian, which is something we are sorely missing, because that gives them a lot more stuns. And then they have a warrior, and I can't tell who that is. That might be Osiris. Well, we'll just have to do our best. Alright, I think what I will do is try and get in there faster. And I'm really low level, so... Oh, almost had it. Oh good, they got her. And see, his ultimate just does a lot of damage because it applies a lot of hits really quickly. I think you might also stun them if you land. Knocking back, okay. So you do a slight knockback when you land. Ooh. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. We're gonna get out of here. Oh. My team is doing a good job of capitalizing on them overextending and being way too overconfident. Okay. So like I said, we're actually going to level up our ultimate last. Everything else is just a more efficient use of our points. So let's see. As you can see, Ram is kind of doing a very similar job to me. He's just kind of firing off damage. It's really all characters, like hunters for the most part, are built for. They might have a tiny bit of control, but really they're just a nice consistent source of damage late in the game, and they scale really well with gold. Meaning that items are more effective on them than anyone else. Well, arguably.
An enemy has been slain.
A beautiful dog.
Apollo, are you alright?
Shaken. Not
Let's see what I'm
stirred.
gonna do is I'm gonna heal up. As soon as my heal's up, I'm gonna try and get everybody in it. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Slice.
And then
Evac
I'm not long for this world, but what I can do. Oh, I missed. That was unfortunate. Well, I made it out alive.
Glorious.
I guess that's something.
Catch her if you can. Get set.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Alright, alright. Starting to get our items up a little bit. Starting to catch up in kills a little bit. And we haven't lost our first tower, so we are going to be okay. Not great, but we can turn this around. I will say, I think we have a better late game than they do. Loki's going to have a hard time probably the whole game through because he's another character who really likes being able to pop out of the jungle on somebody. But
Get set.
Loki seems to be pretty good at this. Wow. I still haven't gotten a kill. I do have the most assists on the team, though. Apollo support. Okay, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use this just to get in
Evac confirmed.
a little bit faster. And I'm going to use my heal just to keep everybody alive. And that's an active item, so it's something that any character can buy.
You're clear.
A beautiful dance.
They do have a pretty big push advantage on us. Oh, yep. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I might have really screwed myself over dying too much. Because I'm now the lowest level person in the game. I don't know how we're gonna fix this.
Glorious.
I do want to finish my rage, but then after that I might build some defense.
Catch her if you can. A beautiful.
Killing spree.
Shift your shield. Man, I'm not a very good assault player because I tend to stick to the rules of conquest a little too closely.
Your middle tower
And those rules depend upon or I guess the meta. And the meta depends a lot more in Conquest on being able to escape through the jungle. And here you don't really have multiple ways to escape. It's really just
Killing spree.
the one way to get through. No matter where you're trying to go, there's really only one option. You know what? I think I need a life steal.
An ally has been slain.
Go, go.
Oh, man, guys.
Oh yeah, that's ads.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Sorry for the whole game, guys.
Has been slain.
I really do feel bad because I've been all but feeding this game. The only redeeming factor that I have right now is my assists, and it's not doing enough. Well, let's find something with lifesteal. Let's see, they're being cool about it. That's nice. Yeah, we'll get a break for it. Assuming the game lasts that long. But it's pretty hard to beat a team comp that has a Guardian when you have none. Just because Guardians tend to be hard to kill, and they have good crowd control. So even if they don't have as high a damage as we do, they can just shut us down one by one. And they also have Sun Wukong, who's got a pretty fair amount of CC. But it looks like this might be our turnaround push. So I'm actually going to see if I can take out Arachne. I'm not sure how far back she flew, but if nothing else, I can... Alright. So now my goal is just to be around enough to have... Oh, I got a kill! Be around long enough to get some experience. Alright. And mostly just because everyone else is hitting level 20, I'm starting to catch up in levels. And here's where our higher damage is coming in handy, is because we're able to capitalize a little bit better on any opening that they give us.
You're clear.
Whew, how many times could I miss that guy? That was bad. It's a good thing Robin was there to save me.
You're burning up.
Now you notice?
Alright, alright. Loki's kind of whipping a little bit too right there. Maybe he also has lag. Alright. We're doing better. I have in large part my team to thank for that, but I'm also playing it a little bit smarter. That was a Ragdoll still. She just got a
A beautiful slash. An ally has been slain.
And that was pretty hard for Loki to go for that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nope, nope. So I'm guessing we're... Oh, that is not a smart idea. Yep. Way too brave. I mean,
Beautiful dog.
and this is probably going to be the push where they win the game. Late in the game, if you've got a well-coordinated team, it doesn't take much. As you saw, we got 2 towers down from behind. Well, our team was behind.
Your middle
We
tower is
managed to
under
get
attack.
everyone dead except Arachne, and we managed to get 2 towers down. So now they've got everyone but Loki and Rama down. I would not be surprised if they downed our Phoenix right now. Because there's only so much dodging you
Your
can do,
middle Phoenix is under attack.
especially in one lane. But we're going to start coming back on. Nemesis will be back in 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Got some life steal going now. So that'll help me keep alive.
Your middle
And then
Phoenix is under
Deathbringer is what will really bring me online. If we can stay alive long enough for that.
Phoenix has been destroyed.
Yep, see there's the Phoenix. We just don't have any stuns, so we can't really initiate. We can't jump into a fight and expect to control it. We have to wait for them to screw up. And that's not really the way you want to play these kinds of games. You want to be able to make them react to decisions.
An ally has been slain.
Requesting evac.
Evac confirmed.
Slain an enemy.
He was already dead.
An ally has been slain.
I should go back.
Whew. So I mean, if we play this smart, we could still come back from this.
Your Titan is under attack. Killing spree.
Yes, sir.
Apollo, are you all right?
Shake.
An enemy has been slain.
Get served.
Whew.
A beautiful finish.
Killing spree.
Beautiful dogs.
I'm just trying to heal up a little bit with the lifesteal. I do not think this is going to be a game that ends well for us, but there's no point in giving up when no one has tried to surrender yet. I am going to try and take that
Evac confirmed.
that Artemis kill.
Slain an enemy.
Got it.
You're clear.
An enemy has been slain.
Now that is how you are supposed to try and do this. The call out. That was a really solid play on my part. I've been playing like garbage most of this game, but that was good. Oh, clever girl.
Catch her if you can. A beautiful dogs.
An enemy has been slain.
See, now we're getting dangerous because we're both Rama and I are level 20, which means that we're doing a really obscene amount of damage. Oh, bad, bad, bad.
An ally has been slain. Double hit. Thanks.
Oh, that was another leg spike. Not saying it was a smart idea for me to run back in there, but that was a combination of crappy play and technology failure. But I'm feeling better now because at least I have some kills. And still the most assists on the team. It's very strange not having a support.
An ally has been slain.
and our Phoenix is back up, but it will have reduced health, and we're not going to be back up until 15 seconds at the earliest. So this is their best opportunity to just end the game, and it's very likely that they will. So here they all come around our Phoenix. They shouldn't be bothering with minions right now. Well, that may give us the opportunity we need here.
Requesting evac.
Good game. Good game.
Well, nothing wrong with losing. I kind of turned it around a little bit, at least for myself there, but it was not enough to support the team. It is really hard to do this mode without, or to do a team without a Guardian against a team with a Guardian in this, but that's just part of Assault. This is the luck of the draw. It's kind of fun because you don't really have to worry about other people judging you. People tend to be pretty relaxed in this mode. Apollo is a god that I have 1 worshiper rank, and that's how I was able to pull off that sweet last play, and why I'm embarrassed about just about everything before then. Anyway, let's take just a quick look at our allies here. Chang'e had a ton of assaults, or a ton of assists. This, by the way, stands for good game, well played. It's kind of it's the polite thing to say after a game. It's like in sports when people would walk down the line and shake each other's hands. I don't know if that happens after Little League now that I think about it, but sports are dumb. That's why I'm playing this. So Loki died a lot, but it's really tough, and so did Vaped Dat Bull. Good advice. So did Nemesis, and that's kind of to be expected. Assassins are very squishy, and they kind of need the jungle. As you can see, all of the assists were had by Sylvanas. Most people say that he's overpowered. I think he's extremely strong, and I think that he's going to be difficult to play against, and maybe he needs a little bit more tweaking. He's gotten a little bit, but I think that in Conquest, which is kind of the main mode, he doesn't have as much of a global presence. He's extremely slow, and there's not a whole lot you can do to fix it. His heals are nice, but you can just kind of split push, and Sylvanas can't do anything about it. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks for joining me, guys. It's really nice having you on the Bear Den, and we'll be back with more this weekend. This has been the Bear Prophet. Have a nice night.